that we have. Okay? So what we've got here is you've got the kidney itself. Okay? What's the outside of the kidney called? This is your cortex. What is this interior layer called? Where most of your filtration occurs. That's the renal medulla. Okay? So this is where you filter all of the blood. Okay? Okay, where do you collect all your nitrogenous waste and start to concentrate it? Okay, that's a little more detail. We're just talking about not microscopic but macroscopic.
The renal pyramids.
Renal pyramids. Okay, these triangle or triangular shaped units. Remember, those are renal pyramids. That's where you collect and concentrate urine. Okay, and then it dumps from the tip of the renal pyramid. It dumps into these collecting vesicles, which are called the calyces, right? Or renal calyces. Okay, you got your minor ones, which are attaching to the renal pyramids, and then they will funnel into bigger ones, which are called major calyces, and then you hit your renal pelvis, which dumps into your ureter. Okay, you guys with me so far? That is, in a nutshell, the kidney. You're going to dissect one of these. It's going to be fascinating. Okay, you definitely need all of those parts. However, we did not talk about the one other part. What are these columns in between your renal pyramids? They are called renal columns. Okay, what are in the renal columns? Okay, the main arteries and veins that feed into your renal cortex. It's the renal cortex, right? No, it's all right. All right. So when we get a little closer, you can see you go from the renal cortex into your renal pyramid, right? And so what are the units that collect your waste, okay, where you dump out everything out of the blood? That was a glomule, okay? And then as soon as you get out of that, it starts to reacquire everything that was lost. And you see that you come down and do a loop of Henle. What do you do in the loop of Henle? You reacquire all the water that you can, and you're concentrating urine. Okay? Then you get into pretty much your duct. This is a collecting duct for urine and things that you are going to get rid of. Okay? Now, this is a loop of Henle. This is the first one. Okay, remember we said that there are two types, right? You have your normal length, and then you have, that's about 85% of them are like this. Then you have 15% that are extra long loop of Henles, where you are really responsible for concentrating urine. Okay? You guys remember those? Okay, definitely know that. But this is a great model because it shows both of them. And if we wanted an up-close personal picture or image of what happens in the glomule, it's right here. Okay, you can see our arterioles coming into here, and then you have lots and lots of surface area where it's going to, you have all the fenestrations here. And what are the cells that are around your fenestrations? About pod cells, okay, or podocytes. You guys remember those? They cover the fenestrations and they filter whatever's coming out of your bloodstream and going into the glomule where that's being collected, right? I know that you guys paid attention to me. Okay, so here's your glomule and this is your arteriole coming in. So if you want to slow down urine collection, what are you going to do? Well, that was a controlling factor. I'm saying you're going to slow down urine production. Okay, that's all causes of it. I was like, what do you do to slow down urine production? What does your body do? Think about this right here, where I'm pointing. There, you're there. Okay, what are you doing? What are you constricting? You constrict the artery coming into the glomules and you have less blood being filtered, so you collect less, right? So when your body is going through and you say, hey, I've got low blood pressure, I've got to stop dumping fluid out of my body, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to limit the amount of blood that's getting filtered. Okay? So you're going to turn down the flow. And you're not going to be collecting as much because you're not filtering as much. You guys with me? You're not cutting it off completely, you're just slowing it down so that your body has time to deal with it. Okay? Remember that. Low blood pressure, you do not want to lose fluid at all. Okay? You start dehydrating yourself, the first thing you're going to do is limit urine production. Okay, you guys with me? All of this is really important. Okay, you guys with me so far? Okay, so that's the kidney in a nutshell. I want you to think about all of that you're going to have to know. It's all testable material on lecture and in lab. Okay, now, this is another model of this loop.